One of my most frequently asked questions is, how did I get results? And that's not a bad question, but I feel like an even better question is, how do you get and keep results? How do you maintain what you've built or what you've worked so hard toward? And I want to say that there was a huge mindset shift that I had of enjoying the journey over the destination. These habits that I'm forming are creating a new lifestyle for me. This isn't something that's going to end after 30 days, after 90 days, once I've hit my goals. This is something that is continuously evolving and becoming a complete part of my life. Because I don't want to just be healthy now, I want to be healthy for my entire life. So in today's video, I'm talking all about what to do when you're unmotivated, how to stay disciplined and consistent, and how I created a healthy lifestyle so that I can get and maintain my results. Here's the truth. Nobody is motivated 24/7. Absolutely nobody. It is so easy to crush your workouts, go to the gym, eat healthy, be productive when you're feeling motivated, right? But when that motivation and inspiration is not there, what do? Normally, a lot of us will fleet back and we won't do anything because we're like, oh, I'm unmotivated, I don't know what to do. It's that discipline and those small acts of discipline that we're putting into our life to make it a habit to just help build that trust and connection with ourselves of hey, I'm telling myself I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to follow through. That is what then builds discipline. So on those days when you're not motivated, you fall back on the discipline and the habits that we've built. That is key. That is the best way to see results, to get results in anything in your life, because nobody is motivated 24/7, whether that's with your job, a sport, the gym, your health, whatever that is. It is 100% back to those daily habits, those daily routines, and staying disciplined on the days and the times that we don't want to do something. I just did a podcast episode about this, but if you haven't listened to it, I basically go into figuring out that discipline is a skill, which I think is really cool, because when I think of discipline or disciplined people, I just think they're just that way and they've always been like that, and that's just kind of a personality trait, something that somebody has. I didn't think of it as a skill that all of us can learn and develop. And another thing is that discipline is not restriction. So you can be disciplined, but you don't have to be restrictive. I feel like a lot of people put the two and two together, and that's just not the case. Discipline is a skill that we have to learn, so we have to practice it continuously, which one, I think is really encouraging, that even if we're not disciplined right now, even though I feel like I haven't been as disciplined, it's something I can practice and it's something I can work on to build to become that person. Instead of just saying oh, I'll never be a disciplined person, that's just not who I am. It's an actual skill, you guys, and we can all learn it if that's what we want. Some things that I'm doing is, again, because it's a skill, small things every day that are helping me be more disciplined. So just small daily acts. Whereas thinking something through before I actually do it, where, you guys, we all know this. We all know when we're not being disciplined, and we all know how to be a little bit more. It's when we're in that split decision and we're like, oh, I should do this, but I just don't want to. I'm going to do whatever the other thing is. In that instance, that is the one time that you could be disciplined that day. And I feel like as we continuously keep our promises, I swear keeping our promises and keeping our word to ourselves is so helpful, because it builds our trust within ourselves of, I'm not constantly letting myself down. I'm saying I'm going to do something and I'm following through. And then second, you feel so much more accomplished when you actually do the thing that you set out to do, when that small goal. And I feel like a lot of times people will look at my life and be like, oh, how did you get to where you are? Seriously, it is small things I do every single day that I've created and built a habit. And I feel like that's what we all just need to do. And it's not like I'm perfect. I still have things that I need to do, especially because I talked about, even in my last YouTube video, was it? About me trying to be better at balancing my life in a whole, which is so hard. I feel like that's something we're all always trying to figure out, but just not procrastinating things because of my anxiety or whatever, just getting it done. That is one of the main ways I'm showing my self-discipline right now is, oh, I have a task, but it's scaring me, or I have a task and it's giving me anxiety. instead of procrastinating it and building my anxiety more and more, I set a timer on my phone. This is another tip. I set a timer. When that timer goes off, I have to do whatever the task is. And usually it'll be like a 5-minute timer. And by minute 3, because I've already mentally prepared myself to go into that task and I've set a timer and I've set like this is when I'm gonna do that, I usually start earlier because I'm mentally prepared for it. I love the podcast because it's like such good conversations. But yeah, honestly, I feel like even throughout pregnancy and postpartum, the discipline in me, my thought process was, okay, I know I no longer can hit my workouts as hard as I can. Throughout all of pregnancy and throughout postpartum, I knew I had to be, I still am postpartum, but I'm talking about like the first 8 to 9 months. Okay, that's what I will call like my official postpartum journey. I'm still postpartum, but the first 9 months was super, super easy on myself. Like it was a different realm of workouts, I would say. Definitely during pregnancy, you guys, I'll say this, it was hard because I knew I couldn't push myself as much in the gym, and the gym is such a mental place for me where I can go, I can hit PRs, like pushing myself to the max is amazing. I absolutely love that about the gym. So kind of having that taken away during pregnancy was a little bit hard. I had to take a step back and I had to fall in love with training in a new way. And part of me was like, oh, of course, part of me is tired too. So I bumped from like 5 to 6 days a week down to 3 days a week, knowing that I didn't want to completely stop going because I did love the gym, but I also knew that if I tried to keep up the habits throughout my pregnancy and early postpartum, it would be so much easier to maintain those habits throughout the rest of my life. And I feel like that is when this solidified everything from really just kind of journey destination mindset to now realizing that this is for life. Like I have done the same thing through my pregnancy as I did through postpartum as I'm doing now. It is the same stuff and it's tweaked a little bit, but I'm still hitting the gym. I'm still trying to prioritize whole nutrient dense foods. Like I'm doing the same habits as I've always had. And so that's why it's clicked to me so hard in my mind that this is for life and health is part of my life. It's not my entire life, but it is part of my life. And I know that maintaining healthy and trying to be healthier is going to help me in the longer run, which is like the whole reason why I'm continuing to do this. I want to be able to have a healthy body, have a good and high fast metabolism so I continue to eat the food. That's why I love putting on muscle mass, more muscle mass, faster metabolism. Let's go. Because I freaking love food and food's not going anywhere. So the ability to be able to eat more with a faster metabolism due to having increased muscle, we love it. So honestly, you guys, I really just wanted to have kind of a chit chat, a catch up with you. And I feel like it's really cool because as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize so much more because when I first started off, you know, a lot of us start for aesthetics. Like I was working out because I loved it, but then 2018 hit and I was like, oh, I want to get shredded. So like that was my goal, right? And then I was like, oh, I want to get pregnant. So then we got pregnant and had Vinny, and then my goals completely were different throughout pregnancy. Postpartum, my goals were completely different. Focusing on restore my core because I felt like jello forever. I seriously feel like at the 2 year mark, I feel strong enough. My core feels strong enough now where I'm like, I feel stronger than ever before. And it's taken me so long to get back here. And that's why I'm realizing, and I want to share with you because I'm so passionate and I feel this so firmly in my soul, is that this is a journey. It is our life. And it's not something that is quick and done, but now I'm really realizing the way to get lasting and constant results is to just make this a lifestyle, because that way it is realistic. Like every day I do the same things. That's why it's so easy. It's so freaking easy to me. It's because it's my life. I'm not changing anything. Like I love the food I eat. Period. I love hitting the gym, period. The rest of my life is so much fun because I have those things that I enjoy. I've found a routine that I like, and it's just second nature to me because I've stuck through this through the years. I have had consistency through the years, and I've been disciplined in these ways. Of the days where I don't feel motivated, I still go because I know it's going to solidify a habit for me. That is so powerful, and that's how I've gotten results, you guys. Pure as day. I'm not doing some crazy, it's not a crazy secret. It's being disciplined, because people, when they get unmotivated, like you just don't want to go. You don't want to show up for yourself. I have a ton of those days where I don't want to show up. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to eat healthy. And some days I don't. Some days I don't. There are plenty of those days, and I've accepted that, and that's part of my life as well, is having those really bad off days. Everybody's gonna have them. That needs to be an expectation that that's gonna happen. But being consistent and remaining consistent throughout all of the years, like seriously, that's how I've gotten results. It's been 5 years now that I've been trying to make this a life. It's not something that happens overnight. It's something that happens day to day by those small little decisions. Oh, I want to be more mindful about vegetables I'm eating. Let me put some into my smoothie. Let me try to make a vegetable with my dinner. Oh, I'm trying to drink less soda, or I'm trying to eat less fast food. Whatever your goal is. Oh, I'm trying to hit the gym twice a week. Being disciplined in those small goals add up. You don't need to jump in 110%, 100 miles an hour. You are gonna fall, and then it's gonna be hard to get back up. It is very, very small, minute things where just try to make it more of a lifestyle. Go into it with that mindset of small little tweaks you're gonna make here and there, and sooner or later you're gonna realize that, wow, I've been doing this for so long, and it's second nature. You can 100% get there. I have no doubt. I have no doubt about it. You will have lasting results because it is your life. And something else that I talked about on the podcast, which I really want to bring up, is no results are permanent. And this is why it has to be a lifestyle. No result is permanent. Just like any skill, football, basketball, piano, volleyball, you're playing an instrument, whatever it is, you have to continuously practice. Do you not? For any skill. It is a constant thing that you have to do, or you lose it. Even with like learning a language or speaking a language. If you're not speaking it anymore, you can lose it a little bit. So same as it goes with our health, it is a constant thing, and it can be very overwhelming if you're not looking at it as an entire lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? When you have that mindset switch though, that this is a lifestyle, that it's just things that you do every day and you've found joy in those things. You love the food you're eating. You love your workouts. Not every day do you love those things, no. But for the most part, you enjoy your life, and health is a part of it. It's not like your entire everything end all be all. And you give yourself grace, knowing that this is, again, your lifestyle, the way you live. It's just gonna change everything for you, because all results need work constantly. You have to do what you did to get results. So if you are building a really healthy, sustainable life of prioritizing whole nutrient dense foods, you're trying to exercise 2-3 times a week, you are set. That will become a habit as you keep doing it. Even on those days when you're unmotivated, you're trying to stay disciplined, knowing we all fall off track every once in a while. That's just life. That's part of it. Okay? There's times where I haven't gone to the gym for weeks because things are going on in my life. It's okay, but I feel like that mindset shift just completely changed my life, because even if you got your dream bod, you would need to do something to maintain it. So it has to be something that's realistic, something that you love, and something that's a part of your life so that it's maintainable. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Think about it that way. Think about it that way. I gave you a lot of food for thought in this video. I freaking love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you aren't already subscribed, what the freaking heck are you doing? You watched this whole video and you're not even subscribed? Better subscribe now. And you can listen to my podcast. I've got a podcast, Instagram, TikTok, all that. Catch me on there throughout the rest of the week. And I'll see you guys next Monday. I was gonna say for some more fun and games, but that's my podcast. So that's fun. And yeah, you guys, see you next video. Love you. Bye.